morning, my friends. This morning we're going to do just a short morning wake-up practice. We're going to find a little bit of fire in our bodies, but we're going to start out slow. So let's go ahead. We're going to just get started this morning. Try to get everything all woke up, and ready to start our day. So come to your comfortable seated position. If you've got coffee yet this morning or tea, just find a nice, warm, cozy place to settle in. Settle into your sit bones. Ground your hands to the tops of your legs, tops of the knees or the thighs. And just take a moment to notice your breath. To just go inside and see if there are any spaces that need your attention. Maybe something just a little bit achy today or a little bit tight yet this morning. I want you just to be aware of that. Feeling and noticing the gift of the breath. I drew an affirmation card this morning and it says, life supports me. So maybe that can be your mantra. You can set your mantra to whatever you'd like it to be. Just take a moment to notice where your mind is at this morning. Bring it back to you. Take a moment to set aside the busyness that's yet to come and just anything you need to release and let go of. And begin to feel the body soft and the muscles are relaxed. Where the back body is at this morning. And then now take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Nice slow, gentle exhale. Releasing that breath through the mouth and opening your eyes. That is fine wherever you're comfortable. If you need to stretch your legs out, stretch your legs out. If you need a little drink of coffee, you can do that too. I always got to get started in the morning with my coffee. Now let's bring our arms out to the sides a little bit and touch the fingertips on the floor. Flip the left palm up. And with an inhale, I want you to reach the left arm, just going over and across to the right side. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. Maybe pulse. And again, just notice your areas in your body that might need your attention, or what feels good. Where can I make the space feel a little better? Now with an exhale, I want you to begin to unwind. Left hand is going to come behind you, and the right hand comes over to the left thigh, coming into a side body twist. And with an inhale, lengthen through the crown. Eyes maybe stay closed as you're just kind of waking up, getting things moving. We are going to create a little bit of heat here before too long. Just softening and settling in, not pulling, not pushing into your twist. Fingertips are on the floor behind the left sit bone, lifting the body up. Now with your next breath, take the left hand, cross it over to the right side of the leg. So you've got your arms crossed in front of you, one on each side of your legs. With an inhale, lengthen, and with an exhale, I want you to take a little bow or fold forward. Heart center reaches out and forward. Feel that stretch in the back body. Just kind of breathe up and down the spine, into the hips. Notice anything you feel about you here. Where does this pose help me? With an inhale, bring yourself all the way back to your seated position. Uncross the arms and bring the fingertips to the sides of the floor. Nice tall seated position, breathe up the spine, and then draw the right arm over and across to the left side, either pulsing into your side body stretch, or maybe you're just kind of reaching and breathing. All those places that are a little bit stiff from sleeping, it's kind of waking them up. Now as we unwind, we're going to take that twist. Right hand comes behind you. Left hand comes to the right side of the thigh. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Draw the right shoulder back and in and breathe. And then as you unwind, right hand comes to the left thigh or the left knee, wherever is comfortable for you. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, taking that fold out and forward. Heart center reaches out and forward. Again, just notice where this pose honors your body today. Now as we come up, we're going to unwind the arms, bring them back behind our sit bones. Open the heart center, lift it up towards the sky. Tilt the chin back ever so slightly. Breathe. And then come back to your nice seated position. And we're going to come down to our backs really quickly here, just to kind of get a little massage in the back of the spine. Take a sip of your coffee, take a sip of your water, your tea, and bend your knees, feet flat on the mat. Come all the way down to your back. Now bring the knees in towards your chest and wrap the hands around the backs of the thighs, and just take a moment to rock side to side. We really want to give that back a nice little massage before we get moving too much. You know, sometimes when we sleep, the back body gets tightened up a little bit. Or maybe we sleep wrong. Just massaging out the spine. So really try to press the spine nice and flat to the mat. Nice, juicy little rock back and forth. Then with an inhale, lift the feet up, flex the ankles, spread and wiggle the toes. And then go ahead and lower the feet and roll yourself to a seated position. We're going to come all the way down to hands and knees. And squaring off the hips, coming into a nice tabletop position. All right, so hips are directly above the knees, shoulders directly above the wrists. And we're going to drop into cow pose, dropping the belly towards the floor, filling that belly with breath Reaching the heart center out and forward, and just kind of sink here, find what you need. Maybe you sway the hips, maybe you make some circles. Just take a moment, relax, and work out any spaces that your body says that it needs you. Take time to feel those places. Coming back to your neutral spine, rounding into your cat pose, same thing, move around here. Let's kind of move around a little bit, see where the body needs a good stretch. Listen. I'm just going to tune in to where you're needed today. And coming back to that neutral spine, and just coming in and out of cat-cow, nice little flow. Notice if anything is still giving you a little bit of grief. Coming back to your neutral spine. All right, we're going to prepare to come into a downward facing dog. Before we do, we're going to build a little bit of fire in the arms, a little bit of fire in the legs. Square off the hips, square off the shoulders above the wrists. Curl the toes under. You're going to lift your knees and hover here for a moment. Remember to draw the energy upward so that you're not crashing down into your shoulders or your wrists. Maybe curl your fingers and push into your fingertips. Keep breathing. You got this. I know you can do it. Beautiful, beautiful. One more complete breath. And then draw it all the way up and back into downward facing dog. Now in your downward facing dog, take a moment here. Just take a moment to find what you need. Maybe you need to bicycle those knees. Maybe you need to sway those hips. Maybe you just need to deep stretch it out. Feels great when you find that space that says, oh, this is where I needed you today. Now we're going to softly bend the knees. And we're going to crawl our way to the front of the mat. Nice and gently, smooth. And then settle in here. So I want you to bring the feet nice and tight together to begin with. Ankles tight together. Those two bony parts of the toe. And then just relax down towards the mat. Chin to the chest, chest to the thighs. With an inhale, come up to a half lift. Draw your hands all the way up to your thighs. Reach the crown of the head out and forward. Nice flat back. Okay, not trying to overdo it when you first start. Crown of the head reaches out and forward. And then exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands over to the left side. Walk your hands over to the right side. Walk your hands back to center and soften the knees. And bring one hand to each side of the feet. Step the left foot back for a high lunge. Looking out and forward. Lower the left knee, low lunge, drop the top of the foot, sweep the arms overhead, take a crescent lunge, lift the chest towards the sky. Exhale, bringing the hands back down, squaring off the right foot, and straightening that right knee. Sinking the left sit bone back towards the left heel. Pick up the toes if you can. Bring in some blocks if you want to. Kind of a half split here. Just breathe into the stretch. Notice where you feel it. Head, neck, and spine, nice alignment. And And then coming all the way back, knee over ankle, low lunge. Curl the toes under. Lift the left knee up. Now you're going to pivot the toes forward and the heel out, coming all the way up into a warrior two. So find your balance. Coming all the way up, extend the arms out. And try to work on squaring off the hips. Maybe you're working on getting the thigh a little closer to parallel to the floor. Whatever you've been working on, take a moment, find that space here. Breathe. Straighten the front knee. Kick the left hip back. Reach the left arm overhead, triangle pose. Roll the heart center open. Maybe you drop your hand down and lift it back up. Bring your hand either to the inside of your leg, all the way to the floor, to a block. Again, finding what honors you in your space today. And then very gently unwind, left hand comes down. Pivot the toes forward, the heel out. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Full forward fold, nice and soft, bring the feet together. Inhale, half lift. Hands to the thighs of the knees, draw the crown of the head out and forward. Circle the arms out to the sides, come up. Nice wide arms like you're holding a ball between your hands. Bend the elbows and the knees, come all the way back down, full fold. Half lift. Full fold. Soften both of those knees and step the right foot way back for a high lunge. Nice, create this heat that you need. Lower the right knee, drop the top of the foot. Sweep the arms overhead, crescent lunge. Lift the chest. Now remember, if this is not a place for you, leave your hands on your thigh. Find what you need. Just be really, really mentally involved. Exhale. Bring the hands all the way back down to the floor, squaring off that left foot, straightening the left knee. Coming into those half splits, lift the toes off of the floor on the left, look out and forward, nice juicy stretch in your spine. And drop the left foot. Coming back to your low lunge, curl the toes under, lift the right knee up, look out and forward. Now we're going to come into our warrior two, pivoting the right toes out, coming all the way into your warrior two. My back is facing you. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it that way for now. Reach and breathe. Now if you have any shoulder issues, always remember the hand goes on the hip when you come into your triangle. One of my shoulders is not so hot, so we'll see how it feels today. Straighten the front knee. Kick the right hip back. Reach out and forward as you come down to the inside of that left foot, reaching the right arm overhead. Roll the heart center open. Exhale, unwind. Right hand to the floor, left hand to the floor. Pivot the toes forward on the right. And we're going to step the left foot back to meet the right. You are in a plank pose. Heels sink back. Okay, feel that fire in the belly and the arms. Lift that weight up. So just creating that energy, lifting and lengthening. If you need to lower to your knees, coming into a low plank. And then we're gonna knees, chest, chin, cobra, or up dog. Whatever works for you. Knees, chest to the floor, chin to the floor. Tuck the elbows in and bring yourself all the way up into whatever pose honors you. You can come into a sphinx, a cobra, an up dog. Beautiful. Exhale. Come back to tabletop. Curl the toes under. Hover the knees. Breathe. Downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide. Sink the heels. Inhale, come forward to plank. Knees, chest, chin, cobra, up dog, sphinx, wherever you need to be. Take your moment in little vinyasa. From your sphinx, cobra, whatever pose you've chosen here, curl the toes under, lift the knees, downward facing dog, pedal it out. Beautiful. Sink those heels up and back, or the tailbone up and back, heels towards the floor. And then lower the knees down to the mat. All right, I want you to take and bring your left or your right knee forward and cross your right foot underneath your right arm. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide ourselves back into a seated position from there, coming into a fire log pose. So I'm going to face you so you can see this. So you end up here. And if you'd like to see that again, quickly, I will come forward. You're in your tabletop position and you cross your knees. Right foot in front of the left or vice versa, coming all the way back to your seated position. Now keep those knees crossed nice and tight. Take a moment, ground into the earth, feel your breath. We are going to swap legs and end it here for today. Not making this video too long, just a little bit of warming, heat in the body. Get yourself moving in the morning. Close your eyes, notice your breath, the warmth in your body. Remember, life supports you. The back side of this card in a moment. As we uncross our legs and bring the opposite leg on top, just kind of taking a moment to open up those hips. Sit nice and tall. Life created you to be fulfilled. Trust that life is always there at every turn and that you are safe. Life is always there at every turn. Honor yourself. Feel safe. Safe in your space, in your heart, in your mind. And thank you so much for making your way to the mat today. The hardest part is getting here, especially in the morning. What a great way to start your day. I hope you all have enjoyed this little mini class. Take as much time as you need here. If you need a Savasana this morning, come down to your back and take what you need. It's all about you. Bring your hands to heart center. Carry on. Namaste.